Hello everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel NSR Azure Cloud. In today's session, I will be discussing about what an Azure Databricks is and how do we create Azure Databricks. Okay, all right. So what is this Databricks and what is this Azure Databricks? Well, Databricks is a software company which is integrated with Azure. So we call it as Azure Databricks. Okay, since this Databricks is integrated with Azure, we call it as Azure Databricks. It is all this Databricks is also integrated with AWS, Amazon Web Service. So we call it as Amazon Web Service Databricks. Okay, also called as AWS Databricks. All right. So what is this Azure Databricks? Azure Databricks is a cloud-based data engineering tool. Okay, it's a cloud-based data engineering tool which is used for processing and transforming huge amounts of data. So basically, whenever we have massive quantity of data, huge amount of data, right? Then we'll be using this cloud-based data engineering tool. Okay, using this we can process and transform huge amounts of data. We'll be also performing or exploring the data through machine learning models. Okay, we have something called as machine learning model. So in order to explore the data through machine learning models also, we'll be using this Azure Databricks. Okay, so basically we can say that this is the latest big data tool for Microsoft Cloud. All right, so this is the latest big data tool for Microsoft Cloud. As this works with huge amounts of data, it is the latest big data tool available in the market for Microsoft Cloud. Okay, so basically this is an implementation of Apache Spark on Azure. Okay, this is an implementation of Apache Spark on Azure. What is this Apache Spark? Well, Apache Spark is an analytics engine which is used for processing large amounts of data set. Okay, it basically works on large amounts of data set. It is an analytical engine which is used for processing, or it works on large data sets. All right. So who all will be using this Azure Databricks? So basically in this Azure Databricks side, it is actually a collaborative cloud environment. Okay, it is a collaborative cloud environment wherein data scientists, data engineers and data analysts can work in a single workspace or an environment. Okay, here data scientists, data engineers and data analysis people will be there, right? So those all people will collaborate in this particular cloud based environment, and they'll be sharing a single workspace or an environment, and they'll be performing their an analysis. Okay, so it is a collaborative cloud based environment which is used by multiple people or multiple technologies like data scientists, data engineers and data analysts. Okay, so they'll be sharing the data in a single common environment, and they'll be running the data analysis workload over here. So so we call this as secure. Basically as it is more secure, it is more secure, scalable, it is productive and optimized for Azure. Okay, so this is more secure, scalable, productive and optimized for Azure. All right, so if you can see here in simple terms, right, what do we call as Azure Databricks? Azure Databricks is nothing but a Databricks on enterprise cloud which is implemented on Apache Spark. Okay, what is Apache Spark? Apache Spark is an analytical engine which is used for processing huge amounts of data. Okay, Azure Databricks is nothing but it is an enterprise cloud which has been integrated with Databricks and which is implemented on Apache Spark. Okay, this is an analytical engine. All right, so now I will show you how to create this particular Azure Databricks. Okay, all right, so I'll show you how to create a resource group. Okay, just click on this create resource group. You can either go to here and create it, or else you can directly search here giving the Databricks name. Okay, so I'll show you how to create from here. Click on this. After that, under the category, you'll have to choose this analytics category. We are choosing this particular category because basically this is a cloud based analytical engine, right? So the category would be an under analytics. Okay, so just click on analytics, and you, if you can see here, this is the Databricks service. Okay, this is the service or product which we'll have to refer to. Okay, you just remember that it will have a bricks symbol. Okay, this is the logo of that particular bricks. All right, let me just click on create. Okay, so what you can see here, we are able to see create an Azure Databricks workspace. Okay, all right, so let me just click on this particular subscription. Since it is an Azure subscription, I'll just choose that one in the resource group. in the previous session, I have created a resource group called as rg_nsr Azure Cloud. So I'm just choosing the same one. If you do not have a particular resource group and if you want to create a new one, you can go ahead and use this option, create new, okay, so that a particular resource group will be created. If you want to know how to create this particular resource group, right, please watch my earlier video. All right, so in the workspace under this instant details, right, you'll have to provide these three other mandatory fields which are supposed to be filled. Okay, so let me just give some workspace name here. Workspace name is ADP NSR Azure workspace. Okay, all right, so region, a region can be anything. You can choose the region based on your requirement. Okay, so pricing tier, if you can see here, we have three different categories of pricing tier. One is standard, the second one is premium, and the third one is trial. In the trial, right, it will be available for 14 days. Okay, this is free for 14 days. That means we'll be getting Databricks units here. DBUs are there, right? These are nothing but Databricks units. Okay, we'll be getting free DBUs here, so you can choose this one or anything. If you choose premium, right, we'll be having something called as role based access controls. So for each and every resource group or any resources, right, will be allocated some resources, some roles. Okay, so if you can choose this also or anything, so I'm just choosing the standard one. Okay, all right, let me click on this networking tab. Okay, let me click on the next tab. Next, in the tags, right, we can provide our description, environment, and UAT something. Okay, testing, production, whatever. Based on that particular environment, you'll have to choose the value here. Okay, all right, so now let me just click on review plus create. Okay, if you see here, it is validating and the validation is done. If there are any errors, right, this validation will not be successful. It will show that validation is failed. Okay, so based on that, you'll have to click on the appropriate tab wherein the dot would be placed on top of this particular tab. Okay, if there is an issue with this basics tab, right, here you'll be seeing a red colored dot on top of this basics. So if you can directly go to that particular tab and you can correct that. Okay, so that is one option, or else you can go to this previous tab and perform your changes. Okay, so since the validation is successful, I'm just clicking on create. Okay, if you can see here, this is initializing for the deployment and it is submitting for the deployment. So once this particular thing is deployed, right, we'll be able to see our particular workspace. Okay, so what is this workspace? Workspace is, it is a analytical platform. Okay, it's something like this. Databricks Azure Workspace is an analytics platform which is based on Apache Spark. Okay, it's based on Apache Spark, which is used for analytics purpose. Here, we'll be dealing with huge amounts of data, right? So basically the data would be ingested onto Azure using Azure Data Factory. From Azure Data Factory, this data would be landing into appropriate storages, be it ADLS, data lake storage like generation 1, generation 2, or blob. Okay, irrespective, whatever we choose, it will be landing, data would be landing on those appropriate storages. And from there, we'll be using this Databricks and we'll be reading the data from like multiple sources, like be it any kind of source, like be it data like storages or SAP or whatever. Okay, Salesforce, we have different kinds of sources, right? So we can use that particular, we can connect to that particular source, and then we'll be able to create insights are something like data visualization. Okay, once we collect the data from the particular source, right, we can perform few transformations, few analytics, and then we'll be giving the data to databases, different databases. From there the data could be collected and given to insights. Okay, Azure insights like Power BI, using Power BI, it's a reporting tool, right? So Tableau, Power BI, so different kinds of visualization tools are available. So based on that, we can create any particular visualization or a report. Okay, it will basically give us the insights. All right, so this will take a while. If you see here, right, this workspace is getting created in the background few more things would be created, and once all those things are created and deployed, this workspace would be available for us. Okay, so basically what is a workspace and what do we have workspace? Workspace is something like it's an analytical platform which is based on Apache Spark. Okay, this workspace basically deals with notebooks. Okay, here we'll have something called as notebooks, libraries, dashboards we call them. Okay, so basically notebooks are something like whatever the code in irrespective of the language, right? The code would be written in this particular notebooks. Yeah, our workspace, our Databricks workspace basically uses different kinds of languages. Okay, it is program friendly. Like if you are aware of SQL, you can use it. So different languages, programming languages which are supported by our Azure Databricks is R, Python, Scala, SQL, Java. Okay, these all are the different kinds of programming languages which are supported. All right. So now the deployment is complete. We'll just click on go to resource. Just minimize this. Okay, if you can see here, this has been, the status is active and it has been created under this particular resource group, and it is allocated a subscription ID and all the details are present here. Okay, manage resource group and the URL. All right, let me just minimize this. Okay, so this is what we have created. All right, if we can just launch this workspace, our workspace would be launched. Okay, let me just click on this launch workspace. It will take us to a sign in page wherein, since we have already logged in, right, it will take us to the another page wherein our workspace would be present. Okay, I'll tell you about what a workspace is, how a notebook looks like, what are the different kinds of languages, and how to write a sample code and how to run it in the next session. Okay, so this is what an Azure Databricks workspace looks like. All right, so we'll be discussing about this in the next class, in the next session. Okay, thank you guys. I just hope you have understood today's Azure Databricks concept. Please provide your valuable comments if you have understood. Okay. So in the next session, I'll be discussing more onto how to perform coding and all. I'll give you the overview of how this particular dashboard looks like. What are the different kinds of tabs or things which are available in this particular portal, how a notebook is created, how to run that particular notebook. Okay, and these all things I'll be discussing in the next session. So please stay tuned to my channel NSR Azure Cloud. If you haven't already subscribed, please do subscribe. All right. Thank you guys. Have a good day.